Now going over to question 3, this is a vocab question. And for vocab questions, you want to invent your own word to fill the space before you look at the answer choices. That forces you to more deeply understand what you're reading. So let's start reading so we can invent our own word here. Despite the generalizations about human behavior that they have produced, many studies of this type of psychology have used highly unrepresentative subject pools, students at the colleges and universities where the researchers are employed. To blank this situation, it's necessary to actively recruit subjects from diverse backgrounds and locations. So, what's being said here? So, there is a generalization that there are many generalizations that are being produced in studies of behavioral psychology. But despite those generalizations, so despite the fact that we depend on behavioral psychology for its understanding of behavior, despite all that, the field has used highly unrepresentative subject pools, students at the colleges and universities where the researchers are employed. So, what's being said is that society is really diverse. It has people of all ages and all walks of life, but yet studies about human behavior are very unrepresentative. They disproportionately use students that are at that college because they're easily available. So now it continues to blank this situation, it's necessary to actively recruit subjects that are from more diverse backgrounds and locations. So we're really talking about fixing this situation. So to fix this situation, it's necessary to recruit people from more diverse backgrounds. So let's see what answers we have here. A says sanction. What does it mean to sanction something? Well, a country might impose a sanction, which is kind of like an economic punishment if another country is not behaving the way they want them to behave. And another definition of sanction is to sanction an event. So, for instance, the Alumni Association sanctioned the Saturday barbecue next week. So to sanction is to kind of give public approval or maybe even support for an event or an initiative. So, by the way, if you need some extra help with vocab, you can go to gratefultestprep.com/practice, click on the vocab tab, and we'll have some tools to help you with your vocab. For pursuing the SAT, you definitely should be pursuing vocab at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. Vocab can only really be enhanced little by little over a long period of time. So now, ameliorate, we already talked about how sanction doesn't fit. Ameliorate kind of does mean to fix. So we'll leave that for later. To rationalize, maybe has a couple of definitions, but the most popular one would be if you're doing something bad, you can rationalize that decision. In other words, I only robbed that bank because the people who run that bank are known to be really bad people. So to rationalize is to kind of explain off a bad behavior so you don't feel so bad about what you did, but it doesn't fit what we're looking for. And to postulate is to come up with a theory. So we're talking about fixing a problem, and coming up with a hypothesis or a theory is not what we're talking about. So the word that worked here was ameliorate, which is to fix a situation that's in need of fixing. And the answer here is B.